Now this is a car Nissan's been hanging out for, an all-new Navara. Now as far as important models go, it's a biggie, with hopes of returning the brand to somewhere near the top of the 4x4 ute segment. The latest NP300 model really is all new, mostly new chassis, new engine and new body. Some Navara cues remain, like the distinctive tailgate and the adjustable tie-down points in the tray, while the nose gets an even bolder treatment, with distinctive flares on either side of the bonnet. And there are enough cup holders to get you from the high country to the top end. Power outlets, no worries there either. You've got a USB, and then 1, 2, 3 regular power outlets inside, and a fourth one in the tray. Plus, the Navara's sliding rear window is back. Now, it's back here where the Navara is really different. It's got a coil spring rear end. Now, all the competitors still stick with Leafs, all with the aim of chucking more in there. Not that the Navara is nobbled in that department. I'm in the top of the line STX here, and you get all the fruit, so sunroof, smart key entry, some leather trim, electric seats, heated seats, dual zone climate, plenty of gear there, and it can still carry up to 930 kilos. But, and this is a pretty big but, what it claims and what it can do are potentially two different things. Now, I loaded it up the other day. I had half a tonne, maybe a fraction more in the back, and it was super wishy-washy. It was sort of all over the place in the rear end. The steering at the front was really light. Wasn't much fun at all. So is that coil spring rear end really the revelation it's claimed to be? Well, it sort of depends how you use it. I'm not convinced about when it's laden, but when you're driving on normal roads or even gravel roads like this, it's certainly a bit more compliant, a bit more settled than you'd get with a leaf spring rear end. And keep in mind, if you are looking to use it as a full-on workhorse and really load that rear end, the other body styles will have leaf springs. So we're talking the single cab and the extended cab or the king cab. No issues though with the engine. There's a full 450 Newton metres to play with, and it's available from just 1500 revs. So it barely notices that weight out the back. Now, it's not the sportiest unit going, and it's certainly not the quietest engine around, but it does get the job done when it's under pressure, and it works pretty nicely with that 7-speed auto too. The Navara is also claimed to tow up to 3.5 tonnes, but make sure you read the fine print, because if you're lugging a big trailer, it does reduce how much you can throw in the tray. Now, time to see how it goes in something a little more challenging. First thing I'll do is dial up low range, not necessarily because I need it here, although it may be helpful, but more because the rear diff lock only works in low range. So we've got a part-time four-wheel drive system, locking centre diff automatically, so you can't drive it on road in four-wheel drive. And doing that stuff pretty easily. If anything, those coil springs give it a little bit better articulation. You can feel them working harder to get the wheel down where it needs to be. And we've got heaps of ground clearance here, 228 mils. One area that's not particularly strong is wading depth. It's only 450 millimetres, but nothing a snorkel won't fix. One area to look out for is that departure angle, particularly with a tow bar on this one. When you're creeping over some things, you've just got to be a fraction careful and make sure you don't snag it. that's pretty competent stuff. It certainly did it fairly easily. Now the NP300 has also had a value kick in the right direction. The base RX is a little bit Spartan, no trailiner for example, and no reversing camera. But by the time you get to this, the flagship, the STX, you're talking the best part of 55 grand. So where does that leave the NP300? Well, it's a big step up. You sort of expect that though. The old one was effectively a 10-year-old design. The engine's the standout. That 2.3 litre diesel works really nicely in the car. Coil spring rear end, depends how you want to use it. If you're going to be mainly doing light loads, it's fine. It actually does a pretty good job on the road. If you want to load it up, I'd be going for Leafs.